Hey again, everyone. So today we're going to do a preview of the stealth ship functionality, which should be added in the next patch, or may already be in the game, depending on when you're watching this video. So for this one, this will apply to Hyach Stealth submarines. Will be the main feature of this update, and really, although there was a stealth function in the game already, it worked very much like jammers in the sense of range penalties were doubled after a certain distance, and same for fighters. There wasn't proper stealth mechanics because that was quite difficult to do. Fiery Void was just never designed to hide information necessarily from the other player. But I think managed to overcome that hurdle. And so I'm just going to talk you through the main features. The I guess the first thing to show really is like, what do you mean by stealth, and is it invisibility? Well, let's look at the Centauri player here. So they've got their Centurion cruiser, a couple of fighter escorts, and they are ostensibly up against a Hyach Stealth Cruiser and a single number of fighters. Now, let's look at it from the Hyach perspective. There's 4 stealth cruisers out there, and that's because 3 of them remain undetected. And the only reason actually that one is detected is because on turn 1, this is turn 2, I used some EW. And this sort of brings us on to like, well, how do you detect these things? So I'll just go through the sort of main features of that, but in a second. But yeah, the main thing we're looking at here is basically one player sees this, and another player sees this. That's quite exciting, I think. If you're the Centauri player, how do you deal with this? How do you detect them? Well, as I say, a number of reasons. If the number of ways you can do it. So if the stealth cruiser uses EW in any way except defensive EW, then they will be detected, as this one has been. You can see these ones are only using defensive EW, so they have not shown themselves. Also, the moment a stealth cruiser fires a weapon, it will be detected by the enemy team. And so neither of those checks, EW and weapon firing, line of sight doesn't matter for them. Okay, so even if this one, hiding behind an asteroid, shot the asteroid for some reason, that would reveal itself to the enemy. And once revealed, you are revealed for the rest of the game, uh, un, unless you can break line of sight with all enemy ships at some point, which is not impossible. However, if at the end of the turn you've broken all line of sight, your ship will once again regain its invisibility. But the enemy's probably going to still have a fair idea of where you are, at least initially. But maybe there's some extra sneak stuff you guys will work out to do there. The ability to re-stealth certainly will be in the game, at least. Okay, so EW, weapon firing, always reveals. The other main way to get revealed is if you move within the detection range of enemy ships at the end of the movement phase. So, what is the detection range? Well, for normal ships, it will be their scanner output, so 10 in this case, doubled. So 20 hexes detection range. So the reason this guy and this guy, who I think both have line of sight to the Centurion attack cruiser, remain undetected is because they're 29 hexes away and detection range is only 20. And I mentioned line of sight, so detection range does require line of sight. So even if they were, so this guy here was within 20 hexes, but he's hiding behind an asteroid, he will not be revealed purely through detection ranges, and that's quite important, I think, where terrain's in play. So that's for normal ships. Detection ranges vary depending on the type of unit. So for bases, for example, it's 5 times their scanner range, which means that providing they have line of sight, it's almost impossible to sneak up on them. E-lint vessels as well are very good at detecting stealth ships. So if you say the typical E-lint will have between 10 and 12 points VW, that is then tripled instead of doubled for their detection range. So you're talking like 30 to 36 hexes probably on average. So again, unless there's a way of breaking line of sight with that E-lint vessel, it's going to be very hard to sneak up on them. And actually, in addition, they will be getting a new ELINT function called Stealth Detection with this patch. And so for every point of EW you put into Stealth Detection, their detection range increases by 2 hexes. So if an ELINT vessel had 10 scanner output, so that's a natural detection range of 30, but they put 3 points, EW points, into Stealth Detection, their detection range will now be 36. They won't get to use those EW points for anything else, of course, that's the cost, but it's going to be very hard to sneak up with them unless you can break line of sight. And then finally, fighters. So with fighters, it's their offensive bonus divided by 5. So in the case of these Rotarian fighters here, they have a offensive bonus of 25 divided by 5. They can detect up to 5 hexes, providing they have line of sight. And yeah, that is your main ways of being detected if you're a stealth ship and you try to sneak up and so on. I think they are quite powerful. It's quite an impressive ability, but it's largely focused on getting that first strike, because generally speaking, once you're detected, you remain detected. But these things come with a spinal laser, so that first strike can be absolutely devastating. And because the detection range won't reveal you until the end of movement, it means that you will have a movement phase where no one can see you and you can get into a really good position and hit them hard. So yeah, I hope people are going to have fun with this one. All the information I've just given you, plus probably a few other little nuggets that I've forgotten, will be in the Fiery Void FAQ. So do give that a look when this patch hits. And yeah, have fun hunting submarines in space. All right, catch you later.